Hey guys, Heavy on 45 here. Um, yeah, it's another week. And started last time talking about uh, stuff that I did with my party when I was playing Pathfinder. And I wanted to try and get this story out a little bit quicker than normal. So I thought I was going to probably move up for the month of June, which is my birthday month. I was born in June. I'm going to do two videos each week. Uh, One video will be coming up on each Wednesday, and the other one will be coming on Sunday, like I try to do each week. So you'll get two videos from me. One of them's gonna be dealing with what happened in the campaign with my party, and the other one will be um, just anything random. And the Pathfinder ones will be happening on Wednesday. So since this being a Sunday, I'm going to go ahead and do one, and I'm going to do one of my friends' suggestions for a versus battle, and do a the people that I have battling. Like I said, were going to be two mechs, and the mechs that he picked was um, Ava One from Evangelion versus um, Turn A Gundam from Turn A Gundam. So, Gundam Turn A is, I had never heard of it until he suggested. So I had to actually look through it and actually see what's going on with this Gundam. Also, I didn't recheck out Evangelion, because if you've seen Evangelion, you can remember essential points of it. So when it comes to how I normally do, talking about if they would go against each other in a normal situation, yeah, they would. Now, both of them are piloted by two. Yeah, both their pilots are somewhat soft. Shinji Ikari is a, for the most part, a big baby. Uh, he wants people to baby him, and I don't know if you can say it's because his daddy doesn't care for him very much, but he also is in the Ava because his dad is encouraging him to do it. On the other side, Turn A Gundam pilot, he does. His name is Loren. Loren does flies it for his queen, which is that lives on the moon. So both of them have somebody that, if they told them to fight, they would do it, because to them those people were his law. Even though Shinji hates his dad, he still will go ahead and go into a fight just because his dad told him to. Um, Now, when it comes to fighting, to me, this is somewhat of a one-sided fight. Now, the thing is that Turn A Gundam is Turn A Gundam has a high destructive power. So does Ava One. If you look at how they're talked about in the show, literally, we always know about um, in Evangelion, we talk about how um, the Human Instrumentation Project literally brought the what was it, third impact? Yeah, it started the third impact just by using Ava One and a little acid, because that's a mind trip when you get into that. But yeah, with that being said, though, they both, in both of their worlds, were able to basically annihilate just about everything. um Ava One, starting the third impact, basically killed off everyone. If you look at was it end of Evangelion, I want to say. But like I said, it was a mind trip altogether when you think about how the Human Instrumentation Project went, because basically everyone slowly popped away, and the only two people were left was Asuka and Shinji. And so it's there's a high destructive area with that. Then at the same time, you have Turn A Gundam that basically got without using any form of nuclear power, because it's supposed to take place after several different universes in to basically destroy everything on Earth and knock them back to like the late 1800s and how what they did, because they still were using bipedal planes and the old Ford cars and all this stuff. So it knocked them back a lot. They were still in some cases using horsebacks. It was an earlier time, basically, compared to how they were had space stations and colonies and all this stuff in like Gundam Wing, G Gundam, and Gundam 80, 0079, all that. So, dealing with their capacity, both of them supposedly are world destroyers. If I had to give it to one particular, I would have to say that it would have to go to Turn A Gundam. Not to say that Ava Unit 1 is not powerful, but Ava Unit 1 in its regular mode has to stay plugged up at all times. If it gets disconnected in any way, then it's gonna shut off. Which after after it's unplugged, it has about 1 minute before it runs down, unless it gets into berserk mode where the angel parts of it kind of take control and it starts to basically move on its own. But that time is still not that much more. Like after 60 seconds or a little bit more, it like probably within 5 minutes, the Ava units is going to run out of power, and it leaves it basically defenseless when it comes to the Turn A base attacking. Now, don't get me wrong, Turn A is not the strongest Gundam I've seen. Like when we talk about it being able to destroy, like annihilate the world and knock it back, it wasn't with Lauren that it did this. It was in the past. Like when they look back at history, they said it was able to do that, but you didn't really see that kind of capacity as you actually watch the fight. For the most part, when it went against turn I want to say Turn X Gundam, it wasn't able to do that. Like in the end, they kind of molded it, merged with another one, and kind of made a little cocoon for itself inside of this shell. And basically that was the end of it. But hypothetically, it should have enough power to be able to do a great amount of damage if given the chance. Do I think they could do it? Yes, but the real factor that helps one is its beam sabers, because Ava Unit 1 really doesn't have not much but its shield. The question would be is can Turn A Gundam break through its AV shield? I think that's yeah. And if its attacks can, it basically is taking down um, Unit Ava. I mean Ava Unit 1. If it can't do that, Ava Unit 1 might have a slight chance, but still it comes down to it's connected to a plug. It's has a limited amount of time where it can run before it runs out of power. Um, so any Gundam that we see any Ava that we see has a limited amount of time of whatever power you say that they have, and uh, most of Unit One's abilities come from it has a vibro blade, and that's about it. A vibro blade in its bare hands. The Turn A Gundam has two um, lightsabers. Well, yeah, has two sabers in one in both shoulders, and it usually goes around with a rifle, which basically means that it has a chance to actually take out Ava Unit 1 um, because it has a little bit more distance also on it. Because with the sabers that it has, it can basically stretch far. Now, don't get me wrong, also that I have to, and this is probably why I want to defend Ava Unit 1. It's a lot more flexible. When looking at the controls between Ava Unit 1 and Turn A Gundam, you see that Ava Unit 1, Berserk mode or not, it's a lot more agile, which probably would cause more of a chance for its core to be cut or pulled out, whichever one is the case. And that's where the issue will come in at. With no way of it being able to have power, can it take out Turn A Gundam at, let's say its max amount of time is 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes to take down Turn A Gundam. Turn A Gundam is not well, Gundanium is not something that is easily destroyed. So it should be able to survive. And that's another thing I can't argue against because I don't know what Turn A Gundam is made out of. I know that it says that it has a nano laminate over its skeleton, but I don't know how much of that is not real, but how much of it will be able to go against the AV field of the Ava. Granted, it also has the ability to regenerate, and there's a lot of different stuff that um, is questionable about Turn A Gundam. It's it's potentially powerful, but if I'm taking it with the palace that it has, Ava and Turn A, I would have to give it to Turn A just because um, I want to say just because of the barrier issue. There's not enough juice to keep the Ava going, even though the Ava is a powerful creature. We've seen them go down quite easily, and they're quite agile. We've seen them do backflips, front flips. It's almost like it's a human body, a giant human body in a way when it comes to the pilots flying them. And also the cockpits are um, the only chance I can see of um, Turn A losing is when it comes to where the cockpits are. When you look at the Unit 1, the cockpit is in the head, but it's like able to eject out the back of it, and so it's not in the front of the mech. While turn A's is right there in the crotch. You can almost actually see the pilot, and so if you could attack, it's rare for people to actually attack a pilot. Like there's some honor code between them, but that is something that is possible um, to have happen. That they could, if Shinji wanted to, he could just go ahead and attack Lauren in the cockpit of Turn A Gundam, and that would help him win. But the thing that's really holding Unit One back is its battery pack, because that's the only thing they have. They run it by electricity because there is no Ava that I can think of that runs on it. Like they had that one thing that America made in the original set of Evangelion episodes, where America made a nuclear mech to fight the Avas, and Oscar had to take it down because it went out of control. Because they were like, we're not going to use any kids, no humans whatsoever. It's going to be all mechanical, and it overheated, and it almost had a nuclear blast that was going to kill everyone there. So we know that they have if they get disconnected, they have a short battery life of about a minute, maybe a little bit more, but most of the time they rely on Ava, if it ever gets unplugged, to just like power to run out. But my point is, as always, if I had to pick between Turn A Gundam and Ava 01, I'd have to go with Turn A Gundam. Even though uh, 01 does have more mobility than Turn A has, when it comes to destructive capacity, about the same, but it's rare. It's been on during the show. It was rare for you to have either one hit that level where they were so destructive like that. Like Turn A, it didn't really get that power. Show that it had the potential to have that power till like the last 5 episodes of the show. And Ava only went berserk about twice. And since we're only talking about the people that are piloting, most likely Ava 1 with Shinji at the wheel can't start the 4th, 5th, or whatever impact he's going to do, because we'll say that he already did the 3rd impact one time. So he can, like, there's external things that helps Shinji get to where he's able to do the 3rd impact. There's only a force of will that makes it to where Lauren was able to get to that point. And most of it was just his focus on trying to beat the other Gundam, which I think it was like Turn X. Yeah. And when he was able to beat Turn X, that was kind of the end of it. Like, everybody lived happily ever after, or somewhat like that. You know, from that point on, technology re-advanced because everybody wanted it. So yeah, I'll give it to Turn A Gun just because of the battery pack. Both of them, like I said, do have high destructive yield, but the Ava, like even after the 3rd impact, you don't see Ava Unit 1 again. Like in the movies where we're still waiting on the fourth one to come out. Um, you see that the Ava did the third impact. After that, the Angels captured Ava Unit 1 and like locked it up somewhat. And it and Shinji was stuck in there. And it wasn't until they were they heard somebody call them, if I remember correctly, and they bust out at that point. But until that point, there was no way of saying that they were able to have a power source. I could say that they were gaining power from the angel that was holding it, and but after that point, it went back to being shut down. It had no power again. So, and it's rare that after you see it used do the third impact, it's usually out of power. It seems like if you go into the movie, the OVAs that they have, um, like I said, Unit 1 is incapacitated for years before it comes back for that third movie. I mean, OVA. So, I feel like I'm trying to defend why I have to say this person, because I know there's a lot of people that are Ava fans, and some people probably would have wished that Oscar went up against them, but Ava Unit 1 is the berserker. It's the crazy one, and it's the one who does the third impact. So I'll give that to you. But no one wants another impact. But that's what I think. That's what I'm sticking to. If you agree, cool. If you disagree, cool too. You know, I just do this to entertain y'all. If y'all like this, you know, like, hope, you know, tell other people about this. If y'all interested in checking out people on Twitch, remember my friends Ninja Tank 25 and This Is Low Key do shows just about every day of the week. I don't know what their exact schedule is. I think This Is Low Key does it from on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And Ninja Tank 25 tries to do his on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So if y'all can check them out, I'm sure they'll appreciate it. They love hearing from people. And you know, if you want, also, I'm not doing this week, but because I have made some prior plans. But starting the second Monday in June, I'll be going back to playing Halo Master Chief Collection. I'm still in I'm getting close to the end, in my opinion, of Halo 1 Combat Evolved, because I just made it to where I just ran into the flood, and that was annoying. But I'll be sure to remind y'all about it next time, and I hope I catch y'all later. See you.